Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man, giving you the truth. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. This is going to be a very quick video. Listen, I want to talk about ways that you know your marriage has ended, even though it's still going on. Now, and I'm doing this because a lot of times people can't see the error of their own ways. Not giving affection, that's not a reason to end a marriage. In fact, you have to ask yourself this question. If you stop getting affection, is there a reason? Because financial hard times, that's not a reason to stop having sex. That's not a reason to stop giving affection. But you ladies need to look at it like this. When you start half performing sexually, and when you scale back the things and the qualities that you had that made him want to marry you and that made him appreciate you in the marriage. Because remember, he's not there for you. You're there for him. Take it up with God. You're the helpmeet / helpmate. So this is how I'm going to get into a couple things real quick. Number one, when you lose desire sexually for your husband, when you lose desire sexually for your husband, when a man loses desire to provide and protect for his wife. Now, most men, even when the marriage is bad, they still provide and protect. And they don't really lose the desire to do so. They just start thinking, am I stupid for being with her? Because when a woman, like, first of all, you should be having sex at least 100 times a year. And you should want to do it, because if you get with somebody else, you're going to want to do it. You're going to be moist, noises, all type of stuff, if y'all know what I'm talking about. So when you lose that desire to do that for the man who's putting a roof over your head, who's protecting you, then your marriage has ended. When you start going sexless, you're really not even being a wife no more. Like let's say you're a woman, you don't stop cleaning, you don't stop washing, or even if you scale back, if you're not doing it to the same level and the same level of enthusiasm as you were, then you're no longer being a helpmate, and you need to either get dumped if you're a girlfriend, divorced if you're a wife. If you going like a year, like you done went a year and you probably ain't even had sex with him 5 times, there's no reason for that. If he hasn't beat on you, put you in harm's way or anything, I don't care if he quit a job. I don't care if he has not done anything significantly damaging to you, and you're doing that, you're no longer a wife. You're no longer a wife. See, people need to start, and you can't tell people this because it's just they'll just put up their wall. You start doing this stuff, you're no longer a wife. And that's why the family court ain't fair. Because they'll have a man paying this woman who did this, destroy their own stuff. And then you insults too. If you insulting your man, damaging insults, and especially if you adding no sex to that, or he had practically had to beg you, he had practically always got to come to you, you're not being a wife. You're not being a wife. And it's no wonder why these women reach for people like Superhead and Jada Pinkett and these type of bad example wives to prove their points, because they already know they're not doing right. And then they wonder why this stuff don't just come to them free flowing. That's why. You being Jezebel. What did God do to Jezebel? Think about it. So you start doing these things, and if you secretly liking other guys, your marriage is over. It's over. Like, he's wasting his time with you. You say, well, why you ain't talking about the man? Because there's reasons for it. There's reasons why I'm not talking about the man. It's reasons. Because a woman is put there to help the man build his empire. How are you helping him and you argue more than you have sex? You argue more than you wash clothes. You argue more than you clean. Well, you say, well, this wrong with me, that wrong with me. Well, if that's the case, then you should leave on your own. Go check into the hospital then. Do that. If something is always wrong with you where you got an excuse not to be the woman that you're supposed to be, then you need to check all the way out. And don't try to get no support. And guys, if your woman is doing this, don't free flow your money to her. I don't care what that court say. Shout out to Coach Greg. Because I get it, man. I really do. In terms of why you should avoid and elude sometime when they try to fleece you. When they letting another dude put his wing ding in their mouth, but between their chest, all type of stuff. I ain't trying to be nasty. But then, because you married them at one point where they wasn't like that, you got to pay them. That's an unfair system. And that's not the Bible system. That's unfair. And these women, well, I was with you all those years. Well, look, you checked out. Do a job pay an employee after they quit? If I quit a job, am I going to get paid 3 years later, 5 years later? No. That payment is going to stop. It's reasons for it, because I don't work for them no more. Like, if you are an ex-wife, and you, especially if you was doing these things, like you wasn't giving sex and he got tired of that, he wants sex, so he divorces you. I mean, come on now. He get tired of arguing with you. You trying to buck up on him, and he's a man. He know you can't whoop him, but you trying to buck up on him. And he ends up leaving you. Is that fair? It's not fair. It's not. But this is what women do, man. All day, every day. They will sabotage their relationship with emotional affairs, physical affairs, not cooking, not cleaning, not keeping themselves the way they were when they got married. None of us gonna be all the way there, but the effort should be there at least. And then all of this stuff, and now you, for whatever reason, you done just checked out of sex. And either you are a goofy, you suffering from mental illness, or you just too arrogant and entitled if you believe that a guy should stay with you and you doing these things. If he stays with you, you're going to cheat physically. I'm telling you, 100% of the time. When a woman does the things that I'm mentioning, I don't care if she says she's godly, whatever she says. If you let her get away with these things, she's either going to try to fight you physically, throwing stuff at you, throwing punches at you, shooting at you with guns, or she's going to get broke off by somebody else. It's not worth it. And I'm going to close with that. This is Truth Man. Channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching.